Number 10. Bump and Grind, R. Kelly.
My body's telling me yes.
Any song that begins with those lyrics would be considered to have aged like milk. However, when you take into account singer Kelly's literal decades of misconduct allegations, the lyrics to Bump and Grind take on an entirely new context that would churn the stomach of even the most hardened listener.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
Originally acquitted in 2008 of misconduct charges involving minors, Kelly was sentenced to 31 years in prison following convictions in 2021 and 23. Kelly's self-admitted inability to control his inhibitions on Bump and Grind now leaves listeners hitting skip.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man. This is not about music.
After the premiere of Surviving R. Kelly in 2019, Lady Gaga scrubbed a version of her 2013 hit Do You Want that featured Kelly from streaming services. Good call. Number 9. I Took a Pill in Ibiza, Mike Posner.
I took a pill in Ibiza to show Avicii I was cool.
Posner's tropical dance floor anthem is already a deceptively dark song. Its shockingly blunt lyrics find the Cooler Than Me singer lamenting on the hollow nature of fame and the stark realization that money and material possessions won't make you happy.
That's what I Took a Pill in Ibiza is about. I say I'm just a singer who already blew his shot. I get along with old timers because my name's a reminder of a pop song people forgot.
The song's chorus, however, is where things really start to become eerie. It name drops the late producer Avicii and, according to Posner, refers to a real-life incident in which he follows the Swedish DJ to the titular island and succumbed to peer pressure. Tragically, Avicii, born Tim Bergling, took his own life in 2018, reportedly following years-long struggles with addiction. Knowing that turns a cautionary tale into an uneasy, unintentional tribute.
Point being, he never cared, unlike almost everybody in the music industry, he never cared if I was number one or number a million.
Number 8, 2009, Mac Miller.
I ain't asking why no more. Oh no, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines, it ain't.
Hip-hop fans were hit hard in September 2018 when Pittsburgh native Miller, born Malcolm McCormick, passed away from a drug overdose. Those same fans were also quick to point out that Miller had never shied away from addressing themes of addiction and depression in his music. In particular, they looked to 2009, the penultimate song on his 2018 album, Swimming, Miller's last before 2020's posthumous Circles.
I was digging me a hole, big enough to bury my soul. Weight of the world, I gotta carry my own.
The song alludes to Miller's difficulty with his rapid rise to fame. The title is a reference to the release year of his first mixtapes. Over a gentle, twinkling beat, Miller rap sings about using to ease his pain, and most heartbreakingly of all, argues that an angel's supposed to fly.
He saved me in many ways that I couldn't save myself. He helped me with my depression, my anxieties.
Number 7, I Need a Girl Part 2, P. Diddy.
Potential wife credentials, know about the life I'm into, life I've been through, and how I had a trifling mental.
Not unlike Bump and Grind, the lyrics to the sequel to I Need a Girl Part 1 probably elicited cringe from listeners at the time, in this case, the year 2002. Written and co-produced by Sean P. Diddy Combs himself, the song raises eyebrows more than once. Did Puffy just compare the love of his life to a brother? And for that matter, why are these brothers doing that? The chorus will definitely make you wince, too. While I Need a Girl, the second, was already uncomfortable enough, that feeling doubled after Combs was hit with multiple misconduct and assault lawsuits at the end of 2023.
Combs is the subject of a federal investigation following a wave of lawsuits that have been filed against him.
Number 6, That'll Be the Day, Buddy Holly. February 3rd, 1959 is known as the day the music died for a reason. That was the day that three rock and roll legends met a tragic and storied end when their plane crashed in Iowa. They were Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and the Big Bopper J.P. Richardson.
The locals in the town were sitting around a black and white TV in the lobby, and they said, 3 rock and roll artists die in plane crash. And it was all over the news.
The man born Charles Hardin Holly had only relatively recently made his major label breakthrough album, That'll Be the Day. That album's title track was a massive hit within the final year of Holly's life.
You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die.
Its chorus, detailing Holly's confidence that his relationship will never end, became tragically ironic following that plane crash, when in reality his wife, Maria Elena, was widowed.
I knew that if I would have been there, but it would have not taken the plane, because I would have put my foot down and said no.
Number 5. New Dawn Fades, Joy Division.
Directional, so plain to see, a loaded gun won't set you free.
One of the literal progenitors of the gothic rock subgenre, it goes without saying that Joy Division songs are already pretty spooky to begin with. Singer Ian Curtis, plagued by mental health and substance use disorder issues, took his own life on the 18th of May in 1980, aged only 23. Curtis's songwriting tackled these topics head-on, and this is no more apparent than on New Dawn Fades. Over a plodding drum beat that supports a fuzzy, Black Sabbath-tinged guitar riff, Curtis bears his soul about his total hopelessness in that unique baritone. Number 4. Legends, Juice WRLD.
I usually have an answer to the question, but this time I'm gonna be quiet. This time.
Jared Higgins, better known to the general public as Juice WRLD, was plagued by similar issues to Mac Miller. Higgins, a major proponent of the 2010s emo rap scene, was perhaps even more unflinchingly honest about his substance use problem. A not so insignificant portion of his discography is devoted to this very topic. Legends, which appears on the artist's 2018 EP Too Soon, as well as his posthumous 2021 album Fighting Demons, makes chilling predictions to this effect. This is especially haunting when you consider that Higgins died in 2019 at the age of 21, exactly as the chorus of this song anticipates.
Was it 27 club? We ain't making it past 21.
Number 3. Rehab, Amy Winehouse.
Tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no.
Amy Winehouse's once-in-a-lifetime talent was grounded in her attitude, her unwillingness to be anything but authentically herself. That meant writing songs that drew extensively from her tumultuous personal life, which was the subject of mass media coverage and public scrutiny in the 2000s. So much so that her first album was entitled simply Frank. The release of her second album, Back to Black, was preceded by the single Rehab, produced by Mark Ronson.
The man said, why do you think you hit?
The upbeat Motown-inspired tune, in Winehouse's characteristically uncompromising manner, details the artist's refusal to give in to the demands of those around her. The British Songbird's 2011 passing, induced by alcohol poisoning, permanently lent Rehab an unsettling double meaning. Add Back to Black's title song for an extra dose of spookiness.
We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times.
Number 2. Come As You Are, Nirvana.
Come as you are, as you were.
It's no secret that Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain was a master of dark, unsettling songwriting. In fact, there were multiple examples that stood out to us. In particular, I Hate Myself and Want to Die. the title of which clashes with its irreverent, seemingly unrelated lyrics. Come As You Are adopts a similar tone, but takes on even more layers following Cobain's untimely end in 1994. Specifically, the song's verses consist of contradictory commands, and its bridge is Cobain declaring that he doesn't have a gun. Anyone with even a cursory knowledge of Nirvana's backstory can tell you precisely why this gives them goosebumps. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Leaving on a Jet Plane, John Denver, foreshadows the way Denver met his end in 1997.
I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again.
Pretty Noose, Soundgarden, same as John Denver, but for Chris Cornell in 2017. My Ding-a-Ling, Chuck Berry. A fairly creepy song even before considering Berry's numerous misconduct scandals.
Oh, my ding-a-ling, oh, I want you to play with my ding-a-ling. Sing!
Time in a Bottle, Jim Croce. Croce's final number one before his untimely passing is about not having enough time.
But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them.
Number one, Look at Your Game Girl, Charles Manson.
Ah, those feelings real. Look at your game, girl.
You probably already have a pretty good idea as to how this song ended up on our list. Music producer Phil Kaufman met Charles Manson while the two were imprisoned at the same facility. The two became friends, and Kaufman later recorded Manson's debut album, Lie, the Love and Terror Cult, through 1967 into 68.
He used to call me occasionally, and the last time he called me, he was rambling on, and I said, Charlie, the difference between you and I is that you're doing life and I'm living it.
Among those songs was Look at Your Game Girl, an innocuous, simplistic folk song on the surface. Its lyrics have been re-examined in the wake of Manson's infamous 1969 crime spree.
What a mad delusion, living in that confusion.
In its review of the album, AllMusic described the song as embodying his fundamental approach to influencing young women by targeting their socially imposed hang-ups. Suddenly, Look at Your Game Girl isn't so innocuous.
Hope I haven't offended them. Those murderers are so, they're so touchy.
Which songs do you have a hard time listening to because of something terrible that's associated with them? Let us know in the comments.